Well, hi everybody, and thank you for joining in with our ukulele play along. And once again, I've got a range of songs for us to sing along to, play along to, watch, or whatever we want to do. So, without further ado, let's get underway with our first play along. And this is a very traditional Liverpool song. It's called It's the Leaving of Liverpool. So, I'll put the words and the chords up for us. So, and if you are new to us, then this is what we do. We put the words and the chords from a PDF up on the screen for you to follow along to, and then you can play along with Heswall Ukulele Group. That's how it works. So off we go with The Leaving of Liverpool. Okay, that's hopefully got us off to a raucous start with the Leaving of Liverpool. Right, just before we carry on, if I can ask you, it will help us enormously if you can hit the like and subscribe buttons if you've not done that already, and perhaps ring the bell also to get notified when we do actually post anything to YouTube. And of course, it helps us to actually promote the play-alongs. And I will put a QR screen on the QR code rather on the screen for you, and that will take you directly to our website. We have our own website, and you can have a look at that as well if you want to. Right, so carrying on, our next play along is going to be a Bonnie Tyler song. It's still sad that we lost Bonnie, and this is called "It's a Heartache." So once again, I will put the words and the chords up for us before we carry on. Right, so you can get familiar with those. And then let's do a little bit more of a tribute to our Bonnie, shall we? It's a heartache. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's a heartache. All right, we're just actually going to carry on now with a Beatles song. We're going to feature a fairly oldish sort of Beatles song. This is called I Saw Her Standing There. I'm going to put the words and the chords up for us. Once again, a little bit of a rocker for us. Okay, so off we go with I Saw Her Standing There. Okay, so we're going to continue now with a Beatles song, and this is called I Saw Her Standing There. So I'll put the words and the chords on the screen. Presto, and off we go with I Saw Her Standing There. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, she was just 17, and you know what I mean. And the way she looks, the sweetheart of heaven. How could I dance with another when I saw her standing there?
Alright, I Saw Her Standing There. Our next play along is an Eagles classic song, absolute classic song, Hotel California. Still haven't worked out what it's all about, but it's a great song nonetheless. So, words and chords up for us. Okay, and let's go to the Hotel California. But if you do, you can't leave. One, two, three, four. Yeah, Hswall California. All right, for our next song, we're going to feature the song "Gentle on My Mind." Glenn Campbell made the song famous. I think it was famous rather. I think it was actually written by somebody called John Harford. I think, as I seem to remember. Okay, but anyway, whatever. It's still a great song, and Glenn Campbell is probably the version that we would know. So let's give that a whirl and see what we can do with it. Okay, so words and chords on the screen for you. And without further ado, let's get underway. One, two, three, four.
That makes me
Okay. Right, we're actually going to play now Fields of Athenry, which feels like a very, very traditional song, but it actually isn't all that relatively old, but a great song at any rate. And it's from our Harmonies workshop that we ran a couple of years ago. So I will put the words because of for us at any rate to get ready. And let's do a little bit of Fields of Athenry, shall we? Right, and now our next play along is a complete change from a very traditional song like Catherine Rye, and this song is going to be Don't Stop, a Fleetwood Mac song, and it's going to feature this time the Hswall Ukulele Phonetic. So I will put the words and the chords up for us to get ready to. Okay, and yeah, off we go with Don't Stop.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that's Don't Stop. Right, for our next sing-along, play-along, we have A City of New Orleans. Great, great song. Okay, I'll put the words and the chords up for us. There we go. All right, and let's get on the City of New Orleans, shall we? One, two, three, four.
Riding on the City of New Orleans, yellow and central, walking on in rain. 15 cars and 15 restaurants. Green and black, different train, one snacks.
Right, City of New Orleans. Right, our next play along moves on to a Doris Day song. It's a classic song, Que Sera, Sera. Comes from a film, and I can't remember what the film is called now. But no, it's quite a dark film, but this is obviously a nice, sweet song. All right, so words and chords for us. And without further ado, let's do a little bit of Doris Day, shall we?
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Is what she said to me. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. When I was just a child in school, I asked my teacher, what should I try? Should I paint pictures? Should I sing songs? This was her wise reply. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Is what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, que sera, sera, que sera, sera. Hey!
Okay, right, so I hope you've enjoyed our play along. Now, we're actually going to be winding up now with our final song, which is actually our version of the Ewan McCall great song, Dirty Old Town. So just let me put the words and the chords up for us to get ready. And just let me say thank you so much for your support. It's much appreciated. And we hope you'll continue to join in with us and perhaps pass on the word to others about Heswall Ukulele Group's play-along sessions every Thursday night. We try to do that. Okay, so I think Thursday night, by the way, Greenwich Mean Time, if you're anywhere else in the world. Right, hitting the like and subscribe buttons and ringing the bell really does help to promote the play-along, and is much appreciated. So as we get ready to play our final song, I hope you will join in once again with us for another play along, and this is Dirty Old Town.
Thank